podcast.
Welcome, guys. So today is Monday Night Live, our inspirational Monday night call. I am Jessica Villarreal, and we have Carrie Bowen, Lucy Smith, Melissa Carrion, Jenna Leslie, and Tiffany Herrera as other directors and everybody's team on. So, some really quick announcements. If you are local, we are Tiffany Herrera is opening up her home on. Oh Lord, let me get this right. On April 30th. 3 Carrie, help me out. 3 p.m. So I believe she posted the address. We'll probably pin it at the top again. But if you guys are by chance local and you can come over, we're gonna have just hanging out, taking some action, making some samples. I don't know what it all entails. Tiffany's gonna let us know that day we get there, or maybe we can post it on the page. I don't know exactly what she has in mind, but I do believe it's sample making and some other things. So make sure that you come out and connect if you can, because remember, doing these things, being around those people that you want to be like, that's what's going to take your business to the next level. So that was one thing in way of announcements. And I know several of you are already getting the emails about the Spread Your Wings warmer. Make sure that you check that out. I know Carrie and I for sure are getting one because we presented at World Tour. I see Chantel right there talking about she got it. I don't know who else, but make sure you guys check your emails. That is a consultant only earned warmer. So it's one of our faves. So make sure that you look at that. And I think for the most part, that's about it in way of announcements. Carrie, I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
All right. Do you want to introduce what we're going to talk about?
Yes. So what we're going to talk about, and Carrie is the one who's going to be the one that's going to talk about that, because she's better at explaining the numbers of it all. But we are going to go over I don't know how in depth Carrie's going to go into this, but we're going to try to kind of give you a glance and a little bit of better understanding of the compensation plan and how it is so important to tie that in to your parties and your titles. So Carrie's going to go into further detail with you on that.
All right. And Ashley raised her hand. So hold on one second.
I didn't mean to. I don't know.
Oh, you just wanted everybody to know you on the phone. I was just playing.
I swear, I'm on my iPad. I'm trying to figure it out. I really didn't mean to.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, my bad. I don't even know how to raise my hand.
Okay, so, all right, guys. So what I'm going to try to do here real quick is share my screen. So tell me when you can see the purple compensation plan. This computer is not my friend all the time. Somebody talked me into getting this dang thing. Actually,
I see it.
I love it. What you say? Okay, so if you have your hand guide, or if not, then you can just, follow along here. We're probably going to jump into a couple of different things if I can find them. I keep losing my place. I don't know how to do, where's numbers? What's the thing for numbers? Oh, I think I see it. Okay. So the compensation plan, at the very, very minimum, you want to understand where you're at and where you're trying to go. Okay. So most of us, all of us started as essential consultants. Okay. And please, if you have questions, you can type them in the chat, raise your hand or whatever, because we want to make sure you get this. We're going to draw you a bigger picture. This is just to show you how it comes when Cincy has it in the catalog. They have it in your hand guide, so you can understand what you're looking at. And then we're going to show you how to better read it. This how we're going to, and then we're going to take it a step further and talk about how you can take those numbers and turn them into a monthly party goal for your entire group as you go up the compensation plan. And this will help you ensure that you reach the numbers and the goals that you set forth. Okay, so we all started off as essential consultants, and we all came in at 20%. I don't know why that's doing that, so we're not going to do that. At 20% on the bottom line. And then we all, when we sell 1,000 in PRV, which stands for personal retail volume, we get a 5% permanent increase. And again, I don't know why this little thing is coming up, but anyway, you get the 25%. Okay. So when you go into the lead consultant and hire, so lead, star, superstar director, and superstar director, you notice in this first column for your personal retail volume, it's $500, well, 500 points. And let me clarify that. In the US, 1 point is equivalent to $1. And the reason why you see Cincy say points versus dollars, because we have international representation. And so they use a conversion rate and a factor that makes it be equivalent to the dollar. So points and dollars are interchangeable for the US, okay? Okay, so $500. You see this in this first column. It says personal retail volume. And what this means is that in order for you as a lead, a star, a superstar, a director, a star director, a superstar director, to earn the bonuses that you see here, so starting in this purple column, in this purple column where it says bonus and all the way over, in order for you to earn these percentage bonuses, you have to personally sell $500 in PRV, personal retail volume. Your team has to sell, your group has to sell 1,000 in group wholesale volume. So, well, wait a minute. 500 in retail, 1,000 in group wholesale, we're mixing. You need to know that the definition of wholesale is 75% of retail. So you can do one or two things. You can take that 1,000 and you can divide that by 0.75, and you will get the retail number of $1,333.33. So what I did, because I don't work in wholesale, I don't want to sell a warmer and say, this is, how much of this is going to be wholesale. So it's easier for me to know exactly what I need in retail volume. So what I did is, in my book, I took all of these numbers and right like under them or on top of them, I wrote what the retail volume actually was. So let's stay with lead because it's the simplest and we'll expand out. So if you were looking at this as retail, you would say my group, so me plus at least one active front line when I'm trying to earn lead, I have to have at least one active front line, and active means 150 in 150 in retail volume, right? Or more. So my one active front line plus my $500 that I have to do needs to total $1,334. When that happens, I'm going to get paid 25% commission regardless of whether I meet these. But when I meet these, I'm going to get paid 25% commission on my personal sales. I am going to get a 2% bonus on my personal wholesale volume, or in this case, since we're doing retail. And I'm also going to get a 2% bonus on this front line, or for every front line that I have that falls in this category, when myself and my group sells $1,334 in retails. And of that $1,334, $500 of that is mine. So is that clear? And if it's not clear, raise your hand or make a comment, because there's no point in us going further if you don't get this point. And it's okay if you don't get it.
Carrie, Chantel said, can you explain that again, times the 75?
Divide by, right? 130. Okay, so cool. Let me show you my little cute spreadsheet that we made, us leaders. So hold on one second. Okay. Woo! Girl, I can't find nothing on this computer. I was panicking before the call. I forget it's not, numbers and all that stuff. Okay, so let's look at this. Is this the right one? Yeah. Okay. So if you take, let me click in.
Did you change your screen? Because we still see the comp plan.
Oh, well, hopefully it'll come up soon. Is it coming?
Nuh-uh.
Well, what do you do if you flip screens? Okay, let me stop sharing and let me share again. Hope you don't have to do that every time. Let me know when y'all can see that.
Okay, now we see.
Okay. So when I click in this cell down here at the bottom, you see it's taking cell C7, which is the 1,000, and I divided it by the 0.75. So what I did is I took all the group wholesale volumes that the purple compensation plan, and in my mind, because what happened to me, you guys, is when I hit I thought I hit Superstar Consultant in my first month because we sold 6,000. So I was excited, but this is a wholesale number. We actually needed to sell 8,000 in retail. So you see the difference? So the 1,000 divided by 0.75 gets you 1,333.34, okay? The 2,500 divided by, and if you look down here at the bottom, you can see the 2,500 divided by 0.75 gets you 3,033.33, 6,000 get you 8,000, 10,000 get you 13,000, and so on and so forth, right? And we need to, the so on and so forth is just as important, but I'm just trying to keep it simple for now. So does that answer your question, Chantel? And I can't see the comments, so.
I'm looking, hold on. She hasn't said anything back, so we'll see.
Okay, anybody else?
No, Lucy was trying to explain it.
Okay. So when you get that, now you can say, okay, team of one or more, because you're going for lead consultant, right? So your team of you plus at least one or more active consultants, you set a goal for $1,333. So you say, we're gonna hit our lead numbers. And this is what we need to do of that. So let me see if I can type this in, because again, Lord help me if I don't even know where a cell is on this thing. Here we go. Okay. I'm just going to show you what this is.
Yes, Linda, that is correct. So Linda said, so I need 13,333 to hit director.
Yes. Yes. We're going to go there.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I take the 1,333.33 minus 500, because remember, you as the leader need to at least do 500. That means there's $833. I guess I could do that in my head. 33 cents left that needs to be input. So you as a leader, so let's give this example. Let's say, Linda or Chantel, that you personally sell $1,334, okay? You personally sell that. You still need your one or more active consultants to activate. You need one of them at least to turn in 150 in order for you to qualify for lead. So you could do, you could meet this goal, the 500, because you sold 1,334. You would meet this goal because in retail, this nets to be this. But if you don't have at least one consultant, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me. If you don't have at least one consultant active, then you still won't earn lead. So it's very important that you understand how to read the plan. And that's for my brain. And I think for Jessica and Lucy and Tiffany and them, looking at the retail volume has really helped out trying to see, because again, when you're trying to determine how much you've sold, another thing you can do that makes it a little simpler for some people is that, let's say you go into your workstation and you see that you have $8,700. You have $8,700 and you're trying to go for director. Well, you could take the $8,700 minus the goal, which is 10,000, right? Because this is all wholesale now. This is wholesale to wholesale. Because when you go into your workstation, it shows your group wholesale volume, right? It shows the PRV, but it shows the wholesale number. It shows that retail number as well. I need one more zero. Yeah. So you can, oh man, I forgot the equals. Hold on. Got to get used to this.
Yes, Brenda, we'll have her share it after the call. They're wanting to know about the spreadsheet since you already have it.
Yep. Okay, so what do I need to do? Hit enter. So if you go into your workstation and you see that you guys are at 8,700, you could subtract that from the 10,000 for director, and then you see that you need 1,300, right? But that's wholesale. So you could take the difference and then you could say equals 1,300 divided by 0.75, which is the number, and it tells you actually need $1,733 to hit the 10,000 in wholesale. So you can do it either way. You can subtract wholesale from wholesale and then divide the difference by 0.75 to get you to the retail how much more you need, or you can just do this, take what you know, which is this is the retail 13,333 or 1,333. Subtract that from the retail number that you know, and it'll tell you exactly how much you need to get where you're trying to go. So again, it's just important because you hate when you think you're about to hit a goal and you realize, what? It said I only needed 2,500. Why didn't I promote? Well, because this is a wholesale number, and the definition of wholesale is 75% of retail. So in order to get to retail, you divide by 0.75. Okay? So that is, let me clear this out because I don't want to send this with that. Okay. So that is the compensation plan. And no matter what level you go to, so if we go to where the star director level, it's just saying that they still have to do 500 in retail. Their group has to do 30,000 in group wholesale, or that's 40,000 in retail. Now this gets a little different. So now you notice we have a frontline number. So star directors, so from directors, star directors, and superstar directors, they add an additional element. So not only are they saying that your group number has to be 30,000 in wholesale, now the people that you personally sponsor have a goal that they have to meet. So let's use our star director, Jessica Villarreal. In her front line, let's say she has 150 people in her front line, because I don't know her number. So 150 people in her front line. And the people that's the people she's personally sponsored. Those 150 people have to do 6,000 in wholesale or 8,000 in retail. They have to do 6,000 points in wholesale volume, plus she has to do her 500 personally or more, which we all have goals of 2,000 a month, just so you'll know. And we have a testimony on that today. What? And then the 500, her personal sales, plus her frontline's personal sales, plus all the other people in her group have to net to be 30,000 wholesale. So they add another element in. So let me explain why this becomes very important. It dispels the misconception that your leaders have it on easy street. Can I get an amen? There's no easy street, right? We have to work so hard every month because Cincy has it set up to where no one can just turn in 500 personal retail. And I mean, I'm not saying that people don't have groups out there that it can happen, but it's set up to where they need to stay active by doing their 500. They need to rally their front line, support their front line to get to their wholesale volume. They have to have at least 3 active front lines and 2 first generation directors. Huh? Oh, it must have came back up because of the boxes. Sorry, my husband's talking to me.
Brenda said amen and amen again.
Yes. I need to find my, hold on, y'all. I got to find my headphones. He's going to start cooking. And I don't want to move. So anyway, again, so that's why you have amazing leaders and such, because we're out there trying to make it happen. So Jessica, I know we said we were going to wait till later, but I think actually talking about the 2-year plan will help them to help them to see, because the other aspect of this, if nobody has questions on this particular part, or if everybody's got it, or maybe you just need to get it and play around with it yourselves. But the point is that when you understand what this column means, and then if I hid these columns, I don't know how to do that here. So, because I'm on this thing, they call it Mac. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to hide it, but normally I hide this column, so you just see the green columns. And so you say, when I do $500 in sales personally, and my group has this much in sales, however much it is, and if I'm a director or above, my front line also has this, and I have these people active. And then if I'm a star or a superstar, in order to get the generational bonuses, I have this. Then on your purple chart, you get all those percentage bonuses. You earn all those percentage bonuses. So why is this so important? Because as you're sitting here looking at the month, let's go to the next tab, which is parties. And can you guys see that tab? Did it change for you?
Yeah, it changed.
Okay. And you guys are blocking, I don't know how to, the Zoom is blocking. Let me see if I can minimize. Okay. The Zoom is blocking my screen, so I don't know how to, it won't minimize. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see the whole thing. Can you? All the way to the right?
We can't see where it says, I think you have how many parties?
Yeah, I don't know how to, okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do view. Oh, here we go. Let me zoom it down. It's like, okay, there we go. Now can you see it?
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay, cool. Okay, so, well, dang it. Okay. So when you look at this, so this is the same chart. So let's go back to director. So you have $500 in your own sales. You have 13,333 in your combined group sales. Your front line hit their, sold 2,660, 667. And remember, this number is part of this number. This number is part of this number. These are just the minimums that this group, which is your frontline team, and this group, which is you personally, have to meet to get this number. You can do more. This is how many active frontline you have to have. Now, we added some averages in that they got from Jessica and Lucy and Tiffany got from boot camp or leaders call or something they were on. And they say on average, if you want to maintain and hold your numbers as a superstar consultant, you should strive to have now, Jessica, help me out. Is it the front line or the group on these numbers? I forgot.
It's the team. Your team.
And I use the word group, and I'm so sorry. So it's your team, your entire team. You want your entire team to be, as a superstar consultant, when you have 25 or more people on your team, then you typically, the average superstar consultant can hit these numbers with no problem. And as a director, 56, a star, 86, and a superstar, 200, and the director, 234. So what we did is, looking at the director number, we looked at the party average. We said that when you have at least 56 people in your team, in your entire team at all times, and your average party is 300. Actually, I think the average party is 350, but we did 300. You would need 44 parties the entire month by your entire team. And when you do that, you will have $33,600 in sales. Now, again, this is when each team member does at least two $300 parties a month. Does that make sense? So this is the party average. This is how many people you need to maintain in your group team. And when you do that, you take, let me see what I did. Where's my formulas? Okay, that's times 2. If I get this number. Okay, so what I did is I took the amount that you need, which is you need $13,333 in sales, and I divided that by this 300. So I said, how many times does 300 go into 13,333? It goes in there 44 times, okay? And when you do that, 44 times your 300 gets you half of this number, and then I multiplied the 33,000 or that half number by 2 to get 33,600, because everybody that's on this call and that's in our groups or in our teams should be able to come up with a minimum of 2 parties for an entire month. So just imagine when you do 4. So if you're on here and you say, well, Carrie, I don't have a team yet, you can do the exact same thing. What you want to do is, they say we always all should be working our business like a certified consultant. Why is that? Because a certified consultant is striving to get to lead, star, or superstar, right? So what you can do is you could, as a certified consultant or even an essential consultant just starting out, you can strive and look at your lead numbers, right? And you can do the exact same thing. If the party average is 300, and we're going to let Jessica come in here. And what is it, 1? That's just the minimum. I think this should, you want to strive higher. So I was going to say 10 here and 5 here. Let's just say, right? If that's that's typically, I think, what it is, right? Mm-hmm. So then you would say, I want to take this number divided by the party size, which I think it hit, the average, I mean, and hit enter. And it's telling you that it would take 4 parties a month by 5 people on your team. Well, 4 parties a month, with 5 people on your team to hit $1,333 in sales. 4 parties at $300 each. Well, then I took that number because we don't ever want to go by minimum, right? And I took this number times, Lord Jesus, times this number. And, I must have hit something. Shoot, equals this number. If I was on my own computer, I'd be able to do this. And you get this and then double it. And I don't know how to do the formula on here to double it. So $2,666.66 is what you'd want to go for in each month, right? That's what you'd want to go for if you were a lead. So you would strive for to get 4 parties. You would need each person to do 2 $300 parties, and you would actually exceed your minimum. And the reason why I'm showing you double the number is because we never, ever, ever want to set a goal for the minimum. Because if you set the minimum and you miss it by $5 or $10, you'll be very frustrated. Trust me on that. So, any questions on that, Jessica, before I keep going?
No, Brenda had just asked a question a little while ago about, let's see, I'm trying to go up. I can't go up on this chat. I don't know why.
Because it's on the map.
But I think that Lucy answered it. Okay, yeah, Lucy answered it.
Okay. So now we know, and I think, Jessica, that this is a really good number that you guys shared. You guys should really take note of this because it kind of helps you. Now, I don't know if they agree with the 10 and 5, but that's what I thought of in my head earlier. It's just a number to strive for.
I think it's really important for you guys to take note of that. What I've been doing personally with some of my leaders that have really been reaching out to me, and they really want to take it to the next level. They want to both become directors. And I told them, like, right now, and I'm just going to give you an example, why Carrie is saying that it's so important, because whatever title you're at right now, you know, you need to look at what team size it says that you need to be at to typically get those numbers. And, you know, if that's what you're wanting to do, that should be your goal right now with you and your team to get to that number of people within your team. So that way you can create, you know, or find the number of parties that you need, and you work together with your team to get there. So
that's what's up. So Jessica actually took this to the next level. So let me show you one more thing, and then she's going to give you a testimony. And we're going to get all this up on the pages. So you ready? Now, if y'all can handle this. So we are looking at director numbers, right? So this sheet, I think we're going to have to post it in Excel and PDF, because if you don't, then it's got too many stars on it. I don't know. They can change it or not. But anyway, so if we look at the director number, this says that when we should strive to have 56 people on our team at all times, and that we need 44 parties a month in order to hit this 33,600. Now, again, this is a doubled number because we're not going for minimum. You can go and make this be 22 and only look at this for whatever that would be in half, right? 17 or whatever. Would it be 17? 16 and a half. But that, I don't want us to work for minimum. So in order for you to track that, here's a cool way you could track that. So let me zoom this down and zoom it down some more. Oh, can you guys still see? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is, I think, 45 squares, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 45 squares on here, so it's one more than what you need. So even if you are using the smaller number, you only need 22 or you only need 15 or whatever. Hey, what's that? Anyway. Oh, I done clicked on something, y'all. Anyway, you can, as you do your parties, you can just come in here and I might as well click. Oh, I got some kind of color wheel going on. And you can mark that you can put a mark in here that you've completed the party. So now what you can do, you guys, and some of you on my team know that I'll do this. I'll say, hey, we need 40 parties to make our numbers this month. And then what I do is, let's say that someone goes in and our numbers go up by 600 points. I mark off 3 of these stars. I mark off 3 of these stars because that each one, well, in this case, I would mark off 2 because each one represents 300, right? So boom, boom, right? And then I go check our numbers again and they go up by another 600 and then mark off the next like that. That's how I do it because we based it on $300, right? Because it wouldn't work if we just came in here and said, well, Lucy says I did 2 parties and Jessica says I did 3 parties and Tiffany, I did 4 parties. But if each party was $500 each, that, you know what I mean? It would make it look like we're still behind when we're actually not. So I hope that makes sense. I do it by the 300. I used to do it by 2, but with our new not going for the minimum, I mark every time our sales go up by 300 or more, I mark off however many squares it went up by, or circles, or stars. So we're good. I'm horrible. Huh? I'm going to share this, and then you can also maybe you put an X in here, and then for for the party, and maybe you circle it every time you get a recruit, or put a number every time you get a recruit. You could track it, change it to let's recruit team and track your recruits like that. So again, partying is so important. So understanding the compensation plan is one thing, but if you're not tying that to a action that you need to be doing consistently. You saw, I think all of us posted about pouch parties and basket parties and things yesterday. Becca posted about it on Team Make It Happen page. If you're not on Team Make It Happen page, you really need to get on there as well. But the point is, you guys, we are a party planning company. And some of us, it took us 5 years to realize that. But hey, we'll take it. We're going to let Jessica share why. And really, it was a reality for her because her story is that she wasn't hitting this particular goal. And when she started partying, guess what? She hit that goal. So she's going to go on and share that. And then we'll go into our 2-year plan. So let me stop sharing so you can take it away, Jess.
Okay, so just like Carrie said, that's so funny. So tomorrow will be my 5-year anniversary, and it is so crazy that it took me this long to realize. Well, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, but from now on, best believe that I'm gonna be trying to go for a $2,000 or $2,500 a month, and I'm still trying to go. I sit currently at $2,100 in sales. Never, ever, ever have I hit a $2,000 a month ever. I've gotten kind of close, but never. So, and I'll tell you, it's pretty simple. The only difference between this month and every other month of me being a consultant is that I had 2 home parties in this month. And I had 2 basket parties, and I still have 1 out. So it's pretty simple. Home parties are where it's at. I've always done basket parties, and like I said, I've always gotten 15,000, 1,700 was the max. But I never really focused on home parties. I never really, I guess you can say, I'm gonna be totally honest, I was scared of home parties, and I always gravitated towards the basket party. And then, my time constraint was a little bit of an issue, but I think that was more of an excuse. Because I could fit 2 parties in even when I had 3 jobs. But I always said, because basket party is easier for me, I drop it off and don't have to really do, too much more. But home parties are where it's at. And currently I'm in the process of trying to book 4 home parties. That is going to be my goal. 4 home parties, 4 basket parties. We're going to go over in a minute how that ties into the 2-year plan. But, I can't tell you guys enough. Like I said, it took me 5 years to realize that if I'm trying to hit $2,000 a month and get that 30% commission that you get once you hit a $2,000 a month, I want that $600 check just for my sales. That's not even including my team, but I want that $600. That's going to make a big difference in my paycheck, and I just left my job 2.5 months. So there's no excuses. There's none at all. So, yeah, that's the story in a nutshell.
And I mean, home parties was it. I think that all of us can testify. Lucy is the party queen, and partying is how you get yourselves. Hey, Giselle, how you get yourselves over 2,000 each month, and we're going to keep doing these types of calls so that we can make sure that you guys get the foundation down, because none of us Jessica went away. None of us are successful because we sit back and do nothing. Everybody on this call can share. I bet you when they could share a testimony when they say, man, when I started doing X, I saw a difference. Whether it was handing out samples, doing follow-ups, getting pouch parties out, stepping outside your comfort zone, whatever it was, they saw an improvement in some area of their business. So if you've been on the Super Saturday call, you've heard Callie talk about how we're going to start recognizing those that achieve and earn the 2-year plan each month. And so I believe Lucy's going to share that, right, Lucy?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Just to add to Jessica's story, I kind of opened my big mouth at boot camp, and I was like, if you hit $2,000 this month, I'm going to start doing videos. So, damn.
Oh, no. I was about to text you earlier. I need a video.
So crap.
She already showed you the proof. I was going to be like, wait till she show you the proof, but we already saw the proof.
I know it.
Yep.
Dang. I was looking at those numbers like, but yeah, I'm very happy for you. You can take me out to eat when you get paid. So, going over the 2-year plan, Becca and Callie had this for a long time, and it is so true. I would just like to add to that. When I quit my City of Garland job, what was it, 2 years ago? I think when I'm not saying for y'all to quit y'all's job, but I think when you are totally 100% focused on Cincy, great things will happen. I know that life gets crazy, and that's crazy for me right now. But today I watched this video that Jessica has shared. TD Jakes is his name, and he talks about focus. So if you focus on your business for 2 years, 100%, you even if it's part-time, but if you focus 100%, you will complete this 2-year plan. So focus.
Before she starts, you guys grab a piece of paper because you need to write down these steps. It's real easy. Sorry.
Yeah, really simple. You know me. I'm just straight to the point. Okay, I keep it short because I don't like talking. So focus on what it takes to earn a personal $600 extra for yourself, not including what you're going to get for your team if you have a downline, just for yourself. And that is having $200 in PRV for that month. So, I'm sorry, 2,000. I'm like Carrie with the stars and the squares. So have a $2,000 party for that month. You can be making lots of moolah. Mm-hmm. So many who have committed to working their Cincy business part-time for 2 years are making great money. I know superstars and star directors that are my homies. Mm-hmm. They have big checks, and that's because they always hit that 2K, plus they get paid for, their downline. So what is a part-time 2-year plan? Get ready. Number 1 is commit to one home party or event a week. Keep one or more basket parties out a week. So that's 4 basket parties in 1 month. Commit to hitting $2,000 in sales a month.
Can you slow down, please?
I sure can. And we're going to try to find this to post it. So, but
okay.
Yeah, write it down so you can get it in your head. So
let me right now. I have
it. Commit to one live home party or event a week. An event meaning vendor fairs or something like that. Number 2, keep 1 or more basket parties out a week. So that's 4 basket parties in 1 month. Number 3, commit to hitting $2,000 in sales each month. that qualifies you for a 30% commission, which again, you'll get paid $600 just for your PRV. Number 4, hire 2 or 3 Cincy business partners. So sponsor, recruit, however you want to call it, grow that team, 2 to 3 each month. Number 5, it's huge. Listen to live calls. Get in on these calls. I know each of us take time to, or all day today, we're like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? We always find the right thing to talk about. Thanks to Carrie and Jessica's bright ideas. But getting on these calls and like Tiffany is opening her house for Saturday, just going to team meetings and being connected and staying connected throughout your 2 years will get you where you want to be, and you will get that paycheck that you've been wanting. So just do these 5 actions, teach your new consultants to do the same, and watch your paychecks grow. Told you that was simple.
I'm typing it in the thing.
Oh, okay.
One more. A month?
Which one are you? Yeah. If y'all go to the chat, Carrie is typing it in, so you could either take a picture of it or write it down.
Repeat with your new teammates. And you guys, I hope you caught what Lucy said. It is a part-time plan. This is part-time working your business. So think about that, $2,000 a month. So let's talk about the $2,000 a month. And if you are on or been on these calls long enough or on my team especially, you know I always say take your 2,000 divided by 4. I don't care if there are 5 weeks in a month. I always divide it by 4 because I just think that works better. And that gets you $500 a week. So if you have your 5th week, that's just a bonus. That's $500 a week. So if every Sunday you sit down, you know, like before, like say here comes the end of the month. So you sit down, you start looking at your May. You need $500 in sales each week to hit the 2,000. Now you say, what am I going to do week 1? Well, I'm going to get 2 to 3 basket parties out. I'm going to try to book a house party, a home party, or an event. Boom, I got that week covered. Then you start working on it. You want to work on these in advance, but I'm just saying you plan your week like that. What'll happen in some cases is maybe in your first week, you might sell 1,000 or more that first week. And maybe you're struggling to get something that 4th week, but you've got it covered. But don't ever think like that. Don't think, well, I already did 1,000 this week. I only got to do 2 more weeks and I'm done. No, you keep going. Even if you do 500, 500, 500, and you get $2,500 and stuff, that benefits you. So make sure you take what you have, what you know you need to do, and then break that down. On the recruiting, I'm going to ask Jessica to share 2 or 3 just top tips on making sure that you, when you set that goal of 2 to 3 team members a month, how are we actually getting those? Let's see the questions real quick, though. Nothing to do with the top right now, but I'm trying to close the order right now, and I'm getting my first diffuser. Which one? Oh, my gosh.
Reflect.
Yeah, Reflect. The brand new one is the Bizarre Wizard. The Reflect is so beautiful. But anyway, Jessica, share those tips on getting those 2 to 3 new teammates.
I would probably say if you don't have a sponsoring list, you need one. Because I'm gonna tell you this, you can think, and I just speak for myself, and I'm sure everybody else is on here is just as busy as me, or has 1,000 other things that you have going on in your head. And if you don't have it written down or you have it in front of you, you will never remember it when you need to. So a sponsoring list, if you don't know what that is, you can go check on YouTube. I have a video on the sponsoring list, or you can ask your sponsor or your director. But if you do not have a sponsoring list, that is one of the main reasons why you're not being great with follow-up. You may get the leads, you may go to the home parties, you may connect with the people, but guess what? If it stops there and they don't say anything, and you don't say anything and you don't follow up, it's going to always stay on the table. You're leaving that money and that possible rock star sitting there. and you're never following up with them. That's one thing. And two, if you are not making possibility packets,
What?
then you're going to continue being stuck with recruiting. It's that simple. It's passing out the information and it's following up. It's that simple.
And Jessica just mentioned earlier, Lucy won, that we're having a get together. Tiffany's going to have Zoom going on. So if you're not local, you'll be able to be on Zoom. We'll all be sitting in the floor or at tables, whatever we're going to be doing, making packets, being prepared. Here comes a new month, you guys. I don't want to hear, I got 50 million graduations to go to, just like everybody else does, including my very own son that's graduating from college out of state. So what? So no excuses. It just means I got to work harder to get around it. Now, you might hear us say all the time about, yeah, we're all busy. Yeah, we got life. You guys, it is a choice. At the end of the day, it's a choice. I can't tell you how. You guys don't even have a clue of what goes on to get these calls off every week, because we have every intention. We know we didn't just think of this topic today, but we think of things but to pull it together, life is happening, and sometimes we're barely pulling up in our garages or computers aren't working, internet's out, it's happened. I was sitting in Starbucks in the parking lot last week, wasn't it? Or the week before doing the recording or something. So those things happen, but it's a choice. It's a choice when you see us posting on the pages and when we're asking you questions and you guys aren't commenting or responding. You have to decide, I want my life to be better than what it has been, or I want those dreams that I know I've been dreaming to come true. And when you decide that and you're willing to put one foot in front of the other, one massive action after the next massive action, connect the dots, stay connected, it will happen. And remember, your white picket fence and your American dream doesn't look like mine. So don't even compare yourself to me or Lucy or Jessica or Tiffany or Becca or Jen Audette or anybody else you done heard about. Look at your dream. And when your dreams come true, be happy with your dreams. Don't want somebody else's journey. Want your journey. Because your journey may simply be to be at home with your family. And if that additional, $600 to $1,500 or $2,000 a month helps you do that, that's your dream coming true. You know what I mean? Be content with that and then work that and grow that to be, bigger and better for you and your family.
Hey, I want to share something if we have time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love, don't get me wrong, I love seeing the numbers, but you already know how I feel about Excel. But I want, and then I also want to let people know, be aware of this. So if you can let me screen share, or I don't know how.
Yeah, let me give you control. Hold on. Girl, now you be asking a whole lot. Because this thing is not letting me scroll for some reason.
Who said Excel is the bomb? I'm glad you understand it, because it is like a bomb dropping.
Let me see. Oh, it won't let me scroll for some reason. I must have pressed something on my computer. Hold on.
So while Carrie's doing that, what I wanted, one thing that I wanted, or what I want to share, what I want to share with you guys is, when it comes, we're talking about income, and I just want to put this little caveat in there because I think it's super important. Always remember that it's very tricky when it comes to income statement disclosures. So you want to make sure that we're not supposed to tell other people what we make. We're not supposed to say, I am making this or I do this. You want to be very careful when it comes to income. But what I wanted to show you is, if you look at this chart, and this was just uploaded, hasn't been that long ago. So basically this chart shows. Do what, Carrie?
Not up yet.
Oh, dang. Tell me when it's up.
Did you hit share?
Oh, do I got to hit share?
Yeah, you got to hit share your screen.
Oh,
because I made you host.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see my desktop? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is.
Oh, I had this up.
Income disclosure. Because of the Direct Selling Association, we have to be very it gets very funny in particular when it comes to income disclosure. So make sure that, I think some people when they have to show this when it comes to income or what you can potentially tell somebody that they can earn. But I just want to explain what this chart shows. So this chart shows the Sensi consultants in the U.S., the way they performed on average in 2014. And just as with any business endeavor, a consultant's success is going to directly depend on the result that they put into their business, point blank. And it's going to be on selling the product and leading your team. The earnings in this chart show the commissions that Sensi actually paid consultants in 2014. The figures do not take into account, of course, any expenses that we incur because we're self-employed business owners. But I'm going to go down, and you can go to your title, and you can, divvy up the math on how you want. But I think that sometimes when it comes to direct sales, people do not understand the possibilities. And when we say your 2-year plan, what you can literally be making if you did those things consistently. So I'm going to go to Star Director. This is what I am right now. Average annual commission, this is it. What that results to in monthly is $1,368. Now that is average. Okay, there's a median and there's a minimum and then there's a maximum. But I'm just going to do the average and then the maximum. And you can go back and look at your title, like I said. But look at the maximum. $115,000 in annual commission. That's $9,622 a month. I don't know about you, but that is my goal. I mean, if I know that people are literally out there getting paid at those ranks and that it's possible, like, I don't even want to go to the next one in line. I mean, that just throws me for a loop. But nonetheless, this is real. It was in 2014. So we're 3 years past that, or we're about to be 3 years past that, two years past that. So,
Junior don't know how to do it?
It's real. So make sure you take your time to look at this income disclosure chart, because I think it's mind-blowing when you really look at it and you can really see what the possibilities are. I don't know about you, but it makes me want to work harder. So that was what I was. What do I pause sharing?
I know, just stop sharing.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So you guys, before we wrap it up, I just want to see, because, like I said, week after week, we ask, are there any questions? Do you need anything? And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it every time. Huh? If you're not asking, listen, we can hear you. Oh. If you're not active on the calls, you're not, I'm telling you, you're missing out. You're going through your week wondering, fumbling. Hey, what up, dude? There go our future rock star, y'all, sportsman. If you're not doing those things, if you're not actively participating on the calls and getting your questions answered, then you're missing out. I tried to make my post this week just about being prepared and about having those parties with you, because I cannot tell you how many times I can go in my lunchroom and walk up to somebody and hand them a bag of scents, and their friends are there. I don't know these people, but I'm like, yo, y'all heard about Scentsy? Hey, here, you want to smell the new scents? That's how you get things. You have to go out and create your opportunities sometimes. But none of that's going to happen. Those numbers are not going to excite you. They're not going to move you and everything if you don't have a plan. So get you a calendar. They sell them at Walmart for $1.88 all the way up to $30, $40. You can order one online. You can get them at the dollar store. You need a calendar. You need somewhere where you're tracking your numbers, you're tracking your sales, you're writing down your goals, you got your recruiting plan with you. You need those things. You need something. There you go. You need something that you carry with you at all times. And open it up and show them.
They have so many new cute ones at.
I know.
So yeah,
show them your recruit, that little paper you have in the middle where you track your.
Well, this is follow up, because I had started doing that, so I'm putting like who I'm gonna follow up with, because I gotta have it right here, else I won't do it. Let me hush. Let me see. I'm all behind. Hold on. Go ahead.
And again, if you're electronic, millennium, then do your wonder list. Use your calendar in your phone, but you got to have a way that you're tracking and writing these things down. When you wake up in the morning, and if you're just walking out the door and you got some samples that have been in there and they kind of smushed and everything, that means you're not actively handing them out. Take your 5 to 7 samples with you every day and get rid of them. You know what I mean? Be proactive about it. There you go.
So these were my March, and I have these. If you know what the 365-day happy planner is, I put one of these as my possible new team members, and then I put another one right behind as my follow-up. What I need to do, the customers I need to follow up with so I can have it at a glance. And then here is everybody that I basically from 1 month to the next, if they don't join, I flip them and I write them all over on my Aprils, and I put it in April. Right. And that's what I mean by your sponsoring list. Whatever way you works for you, in whatever calendar, on whatever paper, if you're electronic, on your phone, but have some type of list.
And when you have your downtime, like me, I'm texting in the bathroom. I'm texting at lunch. I'm finding the little nitty tidbits. If you got little ones running around and all that stuff, you just have to figure out ways to make it happen while you're waiting at the practice. I know you want to pay attention at the game, so at the practice you can do those things. So does anyone have any questions or comments or want clarification on anything that we've shared tonight? We want you to be as successful as you choose to be. Oh, why is this thing trying to share? Oh, I was trying to see if there were any comments. None?
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, Linda.
Okay, so the charts that you put up, they are in Excel. Are you going to, can you email them to me, or are you just going to put them up on, how are you going to do that to share that?
I was going to load them actually in Excel up on the pages.
Okay, but what is it just going to show, like the spreadsheet, correct? If you email it, it'll be different, that when I open Excel, I can just copy it in there, correct?
Yeah, but I mean, I can email it, but what I'm saying is that when I load it up on the pages in Excel, you should be able to save it to your computer.
Yeah, you should be able to save it.
When you open it up, like when you click to open it, it'll open up in your computer, and then you can just save it.
Okay, okay. I really like those.
Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna do it as Excel so you can manipulate it. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just have to delete a couple, because I had like I always, whenever I build something, I have a what I call a working sheet. Mm-hmm. So stuff that don't work, or I'm trying to figure out, and I just throw it in there and try it in there. So I'll delete that out. But yes, I will upload that, and then in there it has the tracker as well, so you don't have to go looking for different places, and you can delete stars, add stars, print off 2 pages. But that's what works for me. I'm a numbers person, and I have to see numbers. So
yeah, and again, ladies, that was an awesome training. I love it.
Yay! Crystal, when you say so, it's 2% per consultant in your downline. That's at the
lead.
What do you call it? Essential consultant level.
That's at lead.
I meant lead. That's what I meant. Lead consultant level. Stars, squares, lead. Anyway, but it goes up. So if you look at the compensation plan, it goes up as you. So let's see if I can find it right here. If you, let me know if you guys can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you, Crystal, like you're on the, so it's you get 2% bonus on your personal sales, plus you get 2% bonus on everybody you personally sponsor. But as you see, as you go up to Star Consultant, it goes up to 4, and then you also get 2 on any leads. And then it just keeps going. The categories just keep expanding as you go up in rank.
So really quick, now that you say that, because I always get this question from people like, well, am I getting paid off of everybody in my group? So I want to give you a little tidbit of information on this and why we say, and why I followed this ever since I joined. I heard a training where Orville talked about building wide. Now, what that means is you want to build your front line strong. When you see me post a while back, if anybody did, when we had the March month of the hashtag 100 strong, sharing 100 strong, because it has been a number that many superstar directors have thrown out there. If you have 100 frontline people, and that's 100 frontline, that means you personally, they went to your website and they signed up, or those people, and it also includes those people that may have rolled up to you because their sponsor is no longer in the business. So that's two ways that you have frontline. You don't want to think about the second one. You want to recruit 100 frontline people. If you can recruit and you have 100 frontline, you can almost bet that you're going to maintain superstar director status.
Whoop, whoop.
So, yes, it's very important for you to build your front line strong, because with this percentages that everything that's in this compensation plan, that is who it's talking about. It's talking about just your front line and their volume. So, it's basic math. The more you have front line, the bigger your check is going to be, because the more people you have to times it by that whatever percentage you're getting, 2, 4, 7, or 9, then you can only imagine how much higher that's going to go. So you have to build frontline strong, and you got to teach your frontline to build frontline strong.
So important. So I'm going to stop sharing this and ask again. I know that, people it's getting late, but again, you guys, I was telling Jessica, we were talking about parties, Lucy, Jessica, and Tiffany, and Mel, and it's like, you know what? I don't think the party thing clicks until they understand what it takes to move up. And it's not rocket science. Some of you guys sometimes are so close to promoting. If we're not scrolling our numbers consistently.
Preach, please, because I just seen that the other day. Please.
Yes. If we're not, like I said, you guys got some amazing leaders, because there's so many leaders that will sit back and just let you not hit your numbers, okay? And don't do that to yourself. Know where you're at, know where you're trying to go, and then successfully get there. And when you're turning in your numbers, I know many of you are new, but remember when you have promotional items like the charity warmers or Buddy or the Mossy Oak or whatever else, you notice you don't get the full PRV on that. It's $5 less. Pay attention. Another thing is that it's $150 to activate, but why go for the minimum? I'm just going to be straight up with you.
You ain't lying.
$30 once every 3 months does nothing for anybody. I'm sorry. It does nothing for anybody. You did not sign up to make $30 once every 3 months. You signed up so that this summer when your kids are out, you could take them to Six Flags, or you guys can go on a family vacation, or maybe you can finally get the house painted or buy a car that you've been needing. You did not sign up to be able to put gas in your car for 1 month, okay? Or 1 week. I'm sorry, they ain't even gonna do a month. 1 1 week. But our point is you guys, hopefully you hear our passion. Hopefully you see us out there moving and shaking, and we want you to ask questions and learn from it. Don't sit back and sit there and be like, oh, it's easy for you. It's not easy. It's not easy for any of us. You got some that stay at home. Just because you stay at home don't mean you don't work. Don't mean you don't have family obligations and other things. You have some of us that work 9 to 5. And I'm going to tell you something. I was in meetings from the minute I got to work to dang near the minute I left work. But I still managed to get on my homegirls here and figure out, make sure we got things going for the team. I managed to sell $200 in sales today. And I'm not just telling you guys that. I'm telling you that it's a choice. So while I'm sitting at lunch, this little phone, my phone be dirty all the time. Look at my screen. It just be dirty because I'm always on it, eating and, doing it. But you do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. And it's just like, you guys, I just want you to get that so bad. You have amazing leaders. We got Linda on here to be knocking out the park. We got Teresa and Amy. We got Chantel and Bobby. And we got these people that's been doing this thing. And I don't know if Johanna's on because I can only see 4 squares. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that we've got these things that we've got these people that are out there. They're starting their team pages. They're opening up their homes. They're driving across country to meet you and get you set up. Take advantage of that. When you start connecting with people, don't connect with people that are sitting there saying, "Oh, my sponsor is this and my sponsor is that." What you got to do is step back and say to myself, "But what am I doing? Did I reach up to my sponsor, or am I sitting back like most people sitting there just waiting for opportunity to fall in their hands, waiting for the next big party or the next big recruit to fall in their hands?" It doesn't happen. I'm looking at about 3 or 4 of y'all working y'all business while we on this call. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you working out on the treadmill. That's what's up. The thing of it is that you got to go fight for your goals, you know, and you what?
I said, no, I should be doing that.
Right. But the point is that we're here for you, but we're only here for you if you're here for you. We can't make it happen for you. We got our own businesses to run. You know what I'm saying? We got our own. It's 9:30. I got to still go in my office and put my orders in and do all those things that we still got to do. So again, any questions, any comments? Like I said, we want you guys to be successful, but that's all we can do is inspire you. It's up to you to take this information and put it to action. And if money is an issue for anything, you got to let your sponsor know, yo, when you do incentives, if I win, this is what I need. Have a garage sale to get the money you need to go get pencil pouches and do whatever you need to do to get your tools. But don't sit back and make excuses, because somebody will say, come over to my house, I'll help you make samples. Somebody is willing to take you alongside, but nobody can help you if you don't open up your mouth and let them know that you don't have a clue. And it's okay. I mean, hell, I went around telling everybody I was a superstar consultant my first month. Didn't hit it at all. And had to go back, I sold 6,000. We sold 6,000, but it wasn't enough because I didn't understand the plan. So don't sit back without the knowledge. Get the knowledge, get on the training calls that are offered, and go out there and make yourself be as successful as you choose to be. And that's what it is. It's a choice every single day. So see us on the Facebook pages. If you're in the Rockstar groups, I'm just as guilty. I'm trying to start posting more. I've got a plan for that. But get in there, check them out, and make sure that you get connected and you get fed the way you need to get fed. Create your own success, create your own journey. But we're here to walk alongside of you, but we refuse to do it for you. So, what? Lucy, what you got? I can't see nobody. Let me put this on gallery. Did Mel and them get on? Tiffany? Hey, Unica. I see y'all. Brenda, Crystal, Bobby. What? All right. Well, if y'all don't have any questions, I can't believe y'all ain't got no questions, but it's all good. I have to expand this thing to see. Hey. The Mavs, they lost. They're out?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, well. I'm always happy if we get to the playoffs. I wish we could win. All right. Any other questions, comments? All right, rock stars. It's up to you. What do we got? 4 days or 5 days left? 5 full days? 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yes, we have 5 days. Do you know how many people go out there and make it happen in 1 day? Okay, we have a question. What do you need? You got to come. I'm going to unmute you. You're not finna do it. She's talking about, no, too late.
I have one question.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I'm going to try to unmute. Hold that question. Don't hang up.
Okay.
She's talking about, okay. I got to get this one person because she going to hang up. Okay, Unica. Oh, I don't know. So can somebody unmute her? It won't let me unmute her. Oh, she's probably got it to where I can't. Okay, go ahead. Whoever had the other question, and we'll answer Unica's through the chat.
This was for Jessica or you. It doesn't really matter. I just relocated, and Jessica knows. Carmen, I was a consultant a long time ago, and I reactivated. But I relocated to a place that I don't know anybody at all. So even though I'm trying to get parties, what the heck do I do? How do I call? How do I meet people? I know how to meet people, but
Just go out there, talk to people. I would say that you have it easy because you don't know anybody. So find ways to start conversation with someone when you're out and about. Just find a reason to just get out and about if you don't have anywhere to go. Just go window shopping or something and have your samples with you. Be branded. Wear a button. You're lucky. You know, you don't know nobody, so don't be afraid if, you know, someone says no to you or, man, where are you at so I can go over there?
I'm in Alabama.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you have lots of opportunities there. I mean, number one is just stay branded and have your samples with you. Be prepared and, like we say, just try to pass out 5 samples a day and get people's information. Be creative. If you're on our team page, Tiffany posted this picture. It was really cute. She put she's seen it off somewhere. They put a basket together. Try to go to different businesses around there and leave a basket or some samples. A drawing. Have a drawing. Put a basket out there with some drawing slips to get people's information and give them sip search for or anything that, you know, try to have a drawing once a week or something. But you have lots of opportunity out there. Just because you don't know anybody, you again, there's just lots of opportunity.
Okay.
I would add to that too. Make sure you tap into the people where you used to live and ask them who they may know. Continue to seek them to have basket parties and online parties for you long distance. But tap into where you're going. Like Lisa said, if you're at the doctor's office, you should be going with door prize slips. I would go with door prize slips, room spray or a scent pack or something, and say, I'm going to do a drawing right now if I can get 10 door prize slips filled out right now. Again, create your opportunities. If you live in a place where you can have, you know, in your home or where they have a clubhouse or something where you could have a sip and see, you could do like a sip and see and, you know, have wine or punch or whatever and just have people come and see what Cincy's all about and have, you know, punch in some cookies. You have to create the opportunity. So are you working down there like outside your home?
Yes, I am.
I know you got, you know, Betty or Bob or Sue or somebody you've been talking to. Just, you got to ask them, hey, do you have any friends or family that would love to have a, you know, a sniff and smell or, you know, go to lunch or start making samples and just start sharing them with your coworkers. You know, in other words, create the interest. You see what I'm saying? Create the interest.
Okay.
Because again, we can't sit back and it's not going to come to you. You got to go to it. Get on the Facebook pages, on the Team Make It Happen. Hey, anybody in Alabama or nearby? I'm in this city. Would love to connect with you. Would love to shout at you at an event or start. Schools are doing their spring festivals now. Churches, just, you know, get out there.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really like that.
We thank you for asking a question.
Hi, Carmen. This is Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
And I would definitely, I don't know how involved you are with social media,
Mm-hmm.
but from moving from one place to the next, I know at first it can seem like a challenge, but just do a lot of the things that the ladies told you today, but definitely stay connected the same way Carrie talked about with all those people somehow, some way. You know, inbox those people if, you know, you have them on Facebook, but maybe you don't have their number. You know, inbox them, hey, you know, can I send you a free sample or, you know, let you know about my amazing products that I have or whatever. But don't underestimate social media because that can be a game changer for you also.
Okay. Thank you. I'm writing everything down because I'm getting it in.
Awesome. You're welcome.
Me and her was on the phone having a conversation before y'all jumped on and interrupted us. That's what's up. So Unica, she said that helped her out as well. But again, you guys, create your opportunity. I am the crazy person on the elevator. I get on elevators that are full of people and wait for a dust to get down to 1 or 2. And then I share a sample with them. Or I walk up to people and I say, hey, what department you work in or something. And I give them a sample or, you know, things like that. You just have to just step outside your comfort zone. But Linda actually is good about growing her Scentsy customer page, right? You did a real good job of growing your Scentsy customer. Can you share a few things that you did? That would help with social media too. Except for I can't hear you if you're talking. I can't unmute tonight. There you go.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I was on a cell. So, okay, so what were you talking about? I was listening to y'all, but I was also trying to make a sell here.
I ain't mad at you.
What's the question?
Social media or what?
I was saying how you grew your customer client page, using social media, posting things on Facebook, that type of things.
Okay, so what I did is I just created like a closed group, and every time that one of my hostesses had a party, whether it be Facebook, basket, or that, what are you eating? That looks, and so what I did is I actually made a little flyer for them, and I posted on there, and I said I like to spoil my host, and I would coach her to add her friends and family members to the page, and so that's how I grew the page. So now, and then so from that, I love that one calendar that Jessica gave me as a challenge. It's that 365 calendar. And so what I do is every time I get an order, I go and I put it in my calendar, so that way every month I have to follow up with somebody in that calendar. It's just a constant thing. Follow up, follow up, follow up. So that's how I grew it. And you just got to work your page, because if they don't know you're open, I mean, if you don't know your business, I mean, they're just going to think you're closed. So